The first time I heard the gospel was in college through someone from the Revolution.
When we both came to Ball State, we didn't know Christ, and just through our relationships we built there, we were saved, baptized in that church, and it's affected us our whole life.
My name is Beth Bueller, and the first time I ever heard the gospel was through the Revolution in 1999. I was 20 years old already. I gave my life to Christ after I had heard the gospel. I went to fellowship teams at the time for a couple weeks, and Dan Doherty and Amy Doherty shared the gospel with me again. And that night they just challenged me and asked me why wouldn't I give my life to the Lord? And I told them I didn't know, so I did.
Well, I grew up in a church. I gave my life to Christ as part of this church in 2003. I was meeting with Mark Rolfing and Craig Roush a lot, and they finally just asked me what I was waiting for.
When I was a student, Amy actually had asked if I had anybody in my life that I would like to get to know and would love to read through the Bible with, and I said, of course, I'd love to read through the Bible with her. And she actually had suggested that we start in John, and the first week when I came back, I'd read the whole book of John, and she's kind of shocked by that, and I just was really eager to learn about it because I had never heard anything.
One of the things that marked my experience at the Revolution was just being able to see leaders live life with their families.
As a student, I was able to witness a healthy marriage through Dan and Amy, and I was able to see what it looked like to love God and one another. And because of that, that's been a lot of our story as well, is trying to bring students into, and people, young singles, into our house, into our family, and learn what it looks like to love God and love one another when maybe they haven't had that example in the past.
Goedenavond allemaal. Ik ben Linda Kitchen. Ik woon in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Hi everyone. My name is Linda Kitchen and I'm living in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. I'm in full-time missions work. I've been here for more than 13 years in Amsterdam, but my roots of this ministry started back in Muncie, Indiana, when I was getting my graduate degree at Ball State University. My involvement started in 1988, and really at that time, what the Revolution did in my life is it really showed me the big picture of what it meant to be a Christian and to live out my faith day by day, not just be a Sunday Christian. I grew up in a traditional church, and I kind of thought the minister was the one who would be telling people about the Bible or about God and His love. And so I learned through the Revolution, through spring break trips and campus ministry activities that we were doing, how to share my testimony for the first time. And here I was, a 24-year-old, about 8 or 9 years as a believer, but I'd never really done that before. So God had a bigger plan, much bigger plan than what I knew when I got involved with the Revolution way back when.
The whole time that I spent with the Revo in those days was really formative for me, because it was where I learned how to be bold in my ministry. It's where I learned how to be a leader. And I learned a lot of things that I've been able to take with me in other ministries and hopefully be a blessing to other people. But the most important thing for me was that I was immediately discipled. Carl and Neil and some others took me under their wings and really immediately started teaching me how to do ministry. I remember one day Carl came and grabbed me and a few other folks and said, "We're going to learn how to do evangelism." And I thought it might be a class or something like that. And we went out to the dorms and just started knocking on doors. We basically asked people what they believed about Jesus. And in turn, we told them what we believed. And I had never done anything like that. Honestly, I was terrified to do that. But it was a great experience, and it was really formative for me.